Stay tuned as we analyze the reasons why this penalty was disallowed. Why Moroccans has every reason to be upset, and why Nigeria would have done worse if in their position.
Congratulations to the Super Falcons of Nigeria once again. I'm a Nigerian myself, and I can't but appreciate the girls for a work well done. Now, while a lot of Nigerians and a lot of Nigerian online personnel or content creators may not want to talk about this issue, it's because it is rather controversial, and at the same time, it doesn't in any way benefit Nigeria. I'm here today to talk about the penalty that was disallowed, the penalty against Nigeria that would have given Morocco the lead that was actually disallowed. I'm not saying if the penalty was allowed and they managed to score it, they will have won the match. No, I'm not saying that. But in the spirit of fair play, I want us to analyze the penalty, the reason why that could have been given, the reason why it wasn't given, and the reason why we should actually understand with Moroccans if they feel bad. Because I was telling someone that if this was against Nigeria, imagine Nigeria was playing against Morocco in their own home soil, and then Nigeria leading by 2 goals, gets into the second half and loses those 2 goals lead, and then gets something that looks like a penalty, something that should be a penalty, let me say that, and then it was disallowed. Nigerians will do worse than Moroccans are doing. The internet, home and abroad, will not contain anybody with Nigerians. But the only thing that will make Nigerians put their leg off the pedal would be, oh, it's just another one out of the 9 we've won before, or the 11 we've won before. So Nigerians might not really worry so much. But if Nigeria was in the shoes of Morocco, and Nigeria was going to pick their first AFCON trophy, and this happened, the internet would not contain anybody. So in the eyes and the side of many Moroccans, in the eyes and the side of many South Africans, and many Ghanaians, of course, or even Cameroonians, they do not think that Nigerians Super Falcons are worthy champions of Africa because of that controversial penalty that was disallowed. Now, that's what we're here to analyze. I have made you understand that Nigerians will feel bad the same way Moroccans are feeling bad, even feel worse than Moroccans are feeling, even do worse than Moroccans are doing. So it's not out of place to see Moroccans roll out videos and messages in their numbers, expressing their anger and their frustration over what happened. It's quite understandable, and I see a lot of those videos, and some of them I'm going to be showing us on this clip. And one of them, which I'm going to show you now, I'll put it here, is the one that the guy was actually trying to describe to us how this was a penalty. Of course, it was a handball. I've seen some videos where some Nigerians said it was not a handball, it was a handball. Let's agree on that. It touched the lady's hand. But then, now the referee called the penalty. Now, these are the things that were examined. The video which you're seeing now shows you the proximity, the distance between the defender and the striker. Like, it's not even up to the length of my hand. Like, the distance is not up to the length of my leg. Let me use my leg now. So it wasn't like up to 100 meters that ball was kicked. Like, they were just almost together. So there was no time to react. Even if your hand was in the same road of the ball, there was no time. The ball was not traveling. There was no time for you to actually react and take off your hand and all of that. Another thing that was considered is the fact that the lady in question was on air. She was not even standing as at the time that ball was kicked. She was on air. You know how difficult it is, especially now if it's a free kick, which is a dead ball, and the ball is kicked and it hits your hand. You have time to think. You knew the ball was going to come, possibly. So that's why when you see free kicks, you see players hiding their hands in their chest or their back or whatever, just to make sure the ball doesn't, because they know it's a dead ball. And this was not a dead ball. This was in play. I think from either a free kick or a corner kick. And then that player was the second or third person to hit the ball, and the proximity was too close. And this girl was on air trying to land. So it was difficult for her hand to be on her body, especially when she didn't expect any ball coming her way, as at that time, it was not a dead ball. That's the second point. Now, the third point is, how far was her hand from her body, even though she was on air? How far was her hand from her body? So when you look at all these things, and then you look at FIFA rules and FIFA laws, then you get to understand that that penalty was actually less than 30% true penalty and over 60 to 70% false penalty. And that was what the VAR considered that made them cancel it. Now, if that penalty has stood, Nigeria would not probably cry foul based on the rules that the normal person on the street knows about the game. But based on FIFA rules, looking at FIFA rules, that penalty shouldn't be. And that's why I'm going to share another video as well, which I'm going to watch. You'll see.
Handball! Now this graphic gives a great example of some of the things that are definitely should be a handball offense, but some things that shouldn't, but there's also gray area as well. The laws of the game don't give us graphics, they give us words. Moving your hand to the ball, like putting your hand out front to control the ball, handball offense. Making your body unnaturally bigger, up over your head, definitely unnaturally bigger. But there's some nuance to that as well. So again, first one there, arm up high, you're taking a risk of a handball offense. Even if it's blasted at you, hits up here, it's gonna be a handball. How about unnatural position? Again, if I'm putting my arms out wide like that, unnatural position. But there's a lot of nuance and gray area. For me, this is a natural position. No big deal on that one. Also, if someone's jumping up like this and the arm's a little bit out in front of them as they're jumping, that's a natural position. There's a lot of gray area to that. Things that are not a handball offense, if it comes off your knee and then up into the arm or chest up into the arm unexpectedly, not a handball offense. Again, arm close to your body, so tight in. You all hear me. Arm in tight, arm in tight. If they're like blocking something coming at them, or their arms are close like this, or just naturally down like this, not a handball offense. And then also if you're falling to the ground and the arm is underneath you as a supporting arm, not a handball offense. I gotta tell you, probably 7 out of 10 times the ball's hitting someone's hand on the pitch, it's not a handball offense per the laws of the game. Let me know.
The lady who fouled in Morocco's 18, her hand was close to her chest. That's where she fouled. And this is never a natural position in any way. But when your hand is down, first, it's close to natural position. Secondly, is it closest to your body? If it's closest to your body, it's a no-brainer. But if it's not in that situation for her own case, it was not closest to her body. I can tell you that. That's why on my own, I actually thought it was going to be a penalty. But looking at these conditions which I've mentioned, there is no how any football governing body will penalize that referee or penalize the VAR team for what happened. So you take a look on all these videos and share with your Moroccan friends. And once again, congratulations to the Falcons for the Cameroonians, Ghanaians, South Africans, and Moroccans who think Falcons are not worthy champions. Now you know why they are worthy champions and they have to be celebrated because they deserve it. Thank you. Please do not forget to put your comment down in this video, and as well like, follow, and share for more. Thank you.